Suede Timbs on my beats makes my cipher complete. In the cipher with my boys.
Complete the cipher or make ends meet.
This few writer in my cipher.
I run rush your set and crush your whole cipher.
Skills. Coming to the cipher and build.
Dealing in my cipher, I revolve around science.
We be listening to beats to keep the cipher complete.
Everybody on the avenue, I know. When it's in the city.
What up? This is your man Octavius Williams coming to you live from Cypher Avenue Studios here in Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to be doing something a little bit different for you with this particular podcast. My usual partner in crime, Nick Del Macy, is going to be absent from this one. However, I will be doing this particular podcast with my partner of 5 years, Mr. Prince D. How you doing, Prince?
Hey, I'm good. What's going on?
I'm doing good, man. So this is cool. This is kind of like a continuation of our last relationship podcast that we did. We got a couple requests. Like, hey, when you guys going to do it again? You guys should do another one. So we're actually going to do that today with this podcast. We're actually going to be fielding a couple questions that we got from CypherAvenue.com on our activity stream, also from Twitter, and also from Facebook. So we're going to be fielding a couple questions that we got from some of our supporters, listeners, and followers. But first up is something that me and you have dialogued a lot about in the past, and it's something that always comes up. And whether, regardless whether it's a straight relationship, a gay relationship, infidelity and cheating is always something that's prevalent when folks talk about relationships. However, when it comes to you and our relationship, infidelity, cheating, whatever term you want to put on it, it's never really come up. It's never been an issue. I told Nick Del Macy about this. Like, cheating and infidelity and all that other stuff is the furthest thing from my mind when I look at us and look at our relationships and look at the problems that we have or the problems that we experience. That's something that we never had to deal with. And it's like, it's not even, we all got friends.
It's not a thought.
Yeah, it's just not something that just hasn't, impacted us in any way, shape, or form. But it's weird because you talk to a lot of guys and girls. Hell, you talk to a lot of the males and females, and they feel like, well, everybody cheats. Monogamy is a myth. It doesn't exist. It's not real, and so on and so forth. Yeah, well, I know how you personally feel, but let our listeners know how you feel about that.
All right. Let me see. I don't think monogamy is a myth, first of all. What I do believe is it goes back to personal best, man. It goes back to you having to be on your P's and Q's, and you have to be the person that have to grab somebody and shake somebody up when somebody gets a little too friendly with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, you stop being stupid.
No, I'm serious. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, man, sometimes, okay, we all know people, man, that get a little too familiar with you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Play around a little too much, or come off as the woe is me or whatever, and then try to get all up over you and all the rest of this other stuff, and somehow this, feel sorry for me or whatever, and let's kick it and all the rest of this other bullshit. But you have to be the strong person, man. In other words, the other motherfucker don't give a fuck about you being in a relationship. You have to give a fuck about you being in a relationship.
Right.
You got to be the one that's going to be strong enough to say no.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I feel you, man. But what do you think? What do you feel about when people say, "Well, I only made a mistake and it happens and everybody cheats"? What do you think about that?
I don't think there's any such thing as I made a mistake. I think your ass made a motherfucking on purpose. Shit. But okay, I will say this, man. Okay, I mean, being real and being in the many relationships that I've been in the past, and I think I said this on our last podcast, it's very easy to just, I mean, you know what I'm saying, and we know people ourselves who've done that, and I've done it in the past myself, in past relationships. When you gotten mad at your partner or whatever and shit ain't going right, and then you just decide, fuck it, motherfucking, I'm gonna go do it. And like I said, man, it was way back when I was still a youngster and all the rest of that other stuff, and I was still learning and trying to find my way through. But it's all up to you at the end of the day. It's all up to you to be able to say yes or no, or maybe, you know, yeah, I'll let you lick my dick or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That shit is all up to
when you feel like, okay, when people feel like, okay, well, I'm in a relationship, I love this person, but I just made a mistake. Like, how does that happen? Because I don't feel like you made a mistake. You made a conscious decision to do what you did.
I think you made a conscious decision. But like I say, in my experience, sometimes those conscious decisions are made based on a whole lot of other bullshit. It might have been weakness at the time. It might have been shit ain't going well at home. Either whatever it is, whatever the reason is, it's still up to you to say no.
Right. I got you.
You know, and at the end of the day, it's your fault. It ain't the other motherfucker's fault. It's your fault.
Right. I mean, I think people. Me personally, I feel like, well, you know, if you're cheating, you're cheating. You can't blame it on anybody else. There's a reason that you're doing it, and I think to maybe go a little bit deeper with this, I feel like, you know, sometimes people are just not satisfied at home. I don't mean that they're not satisfied necessarily sexually. I mean sometimes people choose the wrong person, and instead of ending the relationship in a mature fashion, you much rather end it on some bullshit and dysfunction. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that too, but I also agree to the fact, and I've seen this before too, some motherfuckers are just greedy.
Right.
You know, so you got some people, man, that just, you know, because I'm hot, because I can, because I'm gonna do this, or because I'm hurt, or whatever the adjective may be that they're going through, man, or whatever. You know, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do whatever I can do with everybody that says it's cool for me to do it with them.
Right.
So I mean,
I just don't understand the point. I mean, if you want, it's nothing wrong. First, it's nothing wrong with being single. You know what I'm saying? It's almost as if, you know, a lot of gay dudes are so pressed to be in a relationship, but yet at the same time, they still want to, you know, kind of be free with their sexuality and be promiscuous. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Just be single and do it. Why do you have to get in a relationship and do it? To me, that doesn't make any sense.
I think a lot of that, man, is they want their relationship title.
Right.
They want that title of being in a relationship. That relation, I'm in a relationship, I'm married and shit, I wear a ring. Motherfucker, that don't mean a goddamn thing if your motherfucking ass out shaking your booty every goddamn night.
Right,
I mean,
right, yeah. And we know a lot of, you know, there's some cats out there that,
hey, we know some booty shakers out in this motherfucker.
Hey, you know, we're in a relationship, I got a ring, and I'm like, okay, so you still not committed to your partner. What's your point? What does that ring represent? Besides that whole, hey, that title that you're talking about, it seems like, you know, gay dudes be just trying to get, you know, booed up and get them related for what, man? If you're not ready, you're not ready.
I can't say it's all gay dudes, man. I mean, I see it in we see it in everybody. You know,
well, that's everybody, but you know, we're talking about this gay shit, so we gotta stay kind of centered and focus on the gay shit, or try to at least, you know. But you know how conversations go. It is what it is. But I got you though. But what do you think? I can hear somebody out there right now, well, you know, asking a question of you and I. Well, what is the reason, or what prevented you guys from having any type of infidelity?
I think it's been a lot of stuff, man. I think I don't want to specifically blame it on the fact that that we don't. I mean, I don't know, man. One, I don't know a lot of motherfuckers in the first place, so I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Okay, that's a lot. That's, come on, you know a lot of people.
I mean, I don't, man. A lot of motherfuckers know me, but I don't know a lot of motherfuckers. I mean, you know what I'm saying. I mean,
I hear you. I got you.
I'm not one of those familiar. I'm not one of those familiar guys. In other words, you see me, but you don't. You see me, but you don't know me. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. Anyway,
and I like to keep it like that. I'm not trying to be familiar with a bunch of motherfuckers, because when you bring a whole lot of bullshit into your life, a whole lot of bullshit has a tendency to follow.
I got you.
So but I think there's a grasp. I think you and I are, at least I am. I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm not gonna speak for you. For me, I'm at the age right now where I'm seeking higher. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
I've been through all of the, I ain't gonna call it bullshit, man, because I've had some good relationships.
Yeah.
I've had some, I ain't gonna call them bad relationships, but I've had some experiences. But all of, I mean, I'm not laughing, man, but I'm saying, I mean, at the end of the day, they were just that. They were experiences.
Right, I got you.
And all of them, good or bad, you should be able to take something from them and keep something close to your heart and see where things started to fall apart, and learn from that shit. You're supposed to get smarter as you get older.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
I mean, you know.
Well, I mean, for me, you know, speaking for myself, I think a couple things. first of all, I think a man is going to change and evolve for someone he deems worthy. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker ain't gonna necessarily just, you know, do the right thing. He's gonna do the right thing for the right person. To him, I believe. However, for me, I felt like the more I've gotten older, I've done a lot of the, you know, the party and bullshit, so to speak.
Right.
And I feel like, okay, I want to have a committed relationship. And if that's my decision that I want to take and take that next step, is to have a committed relationship. And it's, to me, just speaking for myself, it's literally as simple as that. You know, I don't have to worry about, quote unquote, making a mistake, because that's not even part of my mental makeup as I stand as a man right now. Right. You know, I'm in a committed. I made the decision to be in a committed relationship.
You made the decision.
Right.
I made the decision to be in a committed relationship.
Right, and that's it. And it's not like, you know, come on, for both of us, it's not like we don't get approached. It's not like we don't go out and see other people. It's not like we don't fantasize or think about other people. Okay, and it ends there. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just the end of it. It's like, no, you're in a committed relationship. A committed relationship means making a commitment to your relationship and yourself and your partner. And
yourself, your partner, and your relationship.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So to me, that's the beginning and the end. And to me, it's simple. I don't understand the difficulties. Oh, it's so hard. And, oh, I'm having troubles at home. Or, oh, my God, we ain't had sex in 3 days. What am I going to do? You know what? What you're going to do is be single and live your life. That's what you need to be doing.
Well, I ain't gonna say you need to be single, but you need to talk about whatever it is that's going on with you, and if you can't fix it, you know.
I'm gonna disagree with that. Let me tell you why. Because if you're having to if not having sex within a couple days, if you know, arguing or something is going on at home, if any of those things cause you to start looking at and trying to seek out other things, and we ain't talking about necessarily other relationships, we're just talking about other sexual relationships.
Yeah.
To me, that means you wasn't fully invested in the relationship in the first place. It was just a time filler to me. That's how I look at it. Because
I don't see it like that specifically.
I got you. Go ahead.
Me, I don't know, man. Like I said, all the shit starts with you.
Right.
Everything starts with you. I don't know how many times I've seen two women fighting over a dude. And it was the dude that stepped out.
Right.
And you two are fighting each other.
Right.
When both of y'all should be whooping the dude's ass.
Hey, hello? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, but everything at the end of the day, it all starts with you. It has to start and stop with you. And if you can't fix what you got going on at home, and I don't mean, when I say fix what you got at home, sit down, talk to your partner about what's going on.
Right.
If y'all need to do counseling, go do counseling, whatever it is you need to do. And when you finish doing whatever it is you're doing, you know, take a little time, see if y'all can work on whatever it is y'all got going on together. And if y'all can't, man, you know, amicably
part ways.
Just part ways, you know. You can still love each other from afar. And sometimes, I mean, let's be real. Sometimes shit just don't work.
Yes, you know, yeah,
shit just don't work sometimes.
And nothing wrong with it. Doesn't mean it have to be nasty and messy.
Don't mean it got to be none of that bullshit. You ain't got to sit back there and talk about each other, mama. None of the other bullshit, man. You just, I mean, you know, you do your thing and let them do their thing.
Well, regardless of what's going on, I'm going to talk about your hairy mama. I mean, that's going to happen.
No, it's all good, man. You can talk about your mama with her big ass shoes and the big ass motherfucking titties she got.
Wow, that's all. I can't believe you're going to disrespect my mama like that, dude. That's messed up.
Your mama get disrespected all the time, so you might.
What? That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up. Anyway, man, moving on to the next question. This is another shit. Moving on to the next question, man. This is an important question too. So I hate that the fact that we sit here laughing about this shit. But no, we can keep it lighthearted. Man. But this is the next question, which is kind of important. It's funny that we got this question, and I also happened to see somebody, a sex therapist, relationship person, whatever, some shit I came across online, and somebody had asked them the exact same question. So I'm gonna set their question up first, and I'm gonna get to the question that we got. So this girl was like, "Hey, Susie Q, you know, therapist, love matchmaker person. When is a good time to talk to my boyfriend about getting tested for HIV or STDs together? The last boyfriend I had, when we were on our way so we were coming upon the clinic, and I asked him, hey, let's stop and go get tested. And he acted a fool and said, I can't believe you want to question me like this, and don't you trust me, blah, 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 blah. So she said, with this new boyfriend, how do I bring up the same thing without pushing him away? And I thought to myself, you know what? It's a valid question. Don't get me wrong. It's a valid question, but to me, it's like a, oh God, I don't want to say naive or stupid question, but I'm like, yo, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Why would those are just so many red flags there, right? So why would a dude trip out if you ask him or talk to him about sex, about STDs and getting tested? Why would
a lot of times, because a motherfucker got, I don't want to say that everybody got something to hide, man, because some people are just, generally, oh damn, I can't believe you. But look, motherfucker, look, if you ain't got shit to hide, take your ass in there and get a motherfucking needle. Cause we live in the days of motherfucking drippy dicks and motherfucking all types of other bullshit going on, man. And I mean, shit. I mean,
you know what? Something else I thought about too, as I just said it out loud. This could be something else. Now, there are a lot of people who are just simply afraid of knowing their status,
and there are a lot of that. It's a whole bunch of that shit,
which is still dumb, but it is what it is.
You think it's dumb, man? But I mean, look, dude. I remember being in the military, knowing I wasn't fucking the damn thing, but every time we had the test, I was nervous as a motherfucker.
Right. Yeah.
So,
possibility. So maybe I shouldn't be so harsh about it. So it is a possibility.
I mean, you kind of, you know what I'm saying, man? You kind of black and white with some shit.
And I am.
But the truth is, love yourself first.
Right.
And if the motherfucker won't go get tested,
deuces.
Deuces.
For real. That's so many red flags and signs.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But as it relates to us, getting back to the question as it relates to us, is like, basically what did you guys do? What was the talk like for y'all, and so on and so forth. What happened, coming from my perspective, number one, we weren't jumping into bed quick in the first place. I mean, it was a couple months.
It was a long motherfucking time.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway,
it was a long motherfucking time. Nah, go ahead.
You whack as hell. Anyway, so it was a couple months before we actually had sexual intercourse.
It was a good while, man.
Yeah, and not only that, and this is something else I was thinking about as I looked at this question. It wasn't just a couple months before we had sexual intercourse. It also was a couple months before we had any type of oral intercourse also. Before we had any type of oral, sexual contact. So it wasn't like, within a couple days type of thing. No, it was months.
It was a good while.
Yeah, it was a while. So for us, it was like, well, we had plenty of time to talk about those things. We had plenty of time to get tested because we wasn't in a rush. We had plenty of time to get tested. We had plenty of time to share our results. We had plenty of time to talk about our sexual history and our sexual. We just had plenty of time. I won't go nowhere. You won't go nowhere. At least, at the time we were courting or dating. Whatever. So it wasn't a big deal.
Which in all actuality was actually fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but we both were very busy, and we both. I mean, that was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah. So for you, I mean, how did you feel about it?
I was fine with it. I was fine. You were very straightforward with it, first of all,
right.
which was real good. That was real cool.
Right.
Because it took away the need for me to bring it up.
Right.
Which was cool.
Right.
So I mean that was great. And I mean you were just very straightforward, man, with a whole lot of stuff. It was just real cool.
Yeah.
What do you think about this, and what do you think about that, and how you think about that, and it wasn't like how many partners you had and all of it. It wasn't very private, but it was just very general.
Yeah.
But even though it was very general, it was still very personal.
Absolutely.
So it was cool.
I mean,
it was good.
We're adults. We're grown men.
There you go.
Have the damn conversation.
You're adult. You're a grown person. Motherfucker, you ain't been a virgin since you was damn what? 9, 8.
Exactly.
Like
right. First of all, wait a minute. I just caught on with the fuck you. Fuck you. Shit. I lost my virginity when I was 15 years old. So I've been fucking since. Hell, to 10. I've been fucking for almost 22 years. So, of course, neither one of us a virgin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you've been fucking since the civil rights days.
Oh,
so,
shit.
even know, you've been fucking for a long time. But you know what I mean? That it is what it is. We have a sexual past. We have a sexual history.
We are humans, man.
Exactly.
Of course,
Talk about
we
that
enjoy
shit.
we enjoy the comfort of another person, man.
Absolutely. So it was, you know, and I hate to make it sound so nonchalant, but it should be. You know, you're talking, you're dating, you're talking to another man or another person to get to know. STD talks, sexual history talks should be nonchalant and casual. It should not be this scary, defensive, fighting, starting arguments. If it gets to any of that, that's a clue. Take your ass the opposite direction.
Yeah. If that's what you want to do, you want to take your ass in the opposite direction, go in the opposite direction. If you feel like you want to talk to him some more about whatever's going on, is soften whatever it is and try to be more understanding or whatever it is you want to do. But if the person doesn't want to comply with whatever it is that you have to do for yourself,
absolutely. Thank you.
What's
Ding
the word
ding ding
again?
ding 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 ding. That's
Deuces.
yeah, deuces. Because
Deuces.
you got to look out for your own best interest, because nobody else is gonna do it for you.
Nobody's gonna look out for your interests the way you are and your mama is.
Yep. So there it is. Bam. Next one. Next question is, what do you think about gay marriage ceremony, so on and so forth?
Okay. Me, I love it all, man. And I'm gonna tell you why. We are marginally discriminated against in a tax bracket and all sorts of other bullshit because of our marital status,
Right. Or non-marital status.
however, whatever you want
Right.
to call it, man. I think any grown person, because I don't give a fuck what you do. I mean, you can sit up here and tell me I can't get married until I'm straight to you motherfucking blue in the face. It's not going to make me straight.
Right.
And it's not going to make me marry no fucking woman. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you feel like you're grown enough, old enough, mature enough, and all those things, and you want to pull it together with somebody,
Right.
you do it.
Right.
Because only you know who you're in love with.
Right.
Not nobody else. I don't give a fuck what mama or daddy or any goddamn body else say. What
It's your
grandmama
life.
said, it's your look. Your life belongs to nobody
But
but you.
And
It
you
belong-
have,
you know, you are of your parents. You're from your parents, but you are not your parents. I don't care what your parents sit around and say. Oh, well, we gonna ostracize you, bye, motherfucker.
for real.
See you later, bye.
But
my mama, you know, fuck all that shit. You have to live for you. You have to
real.
be the best you that you can be for yourself.
Right.
If you can't be the best you can be for yourself, you're never going to be the best you that you can be for anybody else.
Right. So I will say, for me though, I do have a problem with gay marriage ceremonies. And the reason I have a problem with them is, to me, they mimic heterosexual. It's like, okay, within the gay community, it's like, okay, you know, especially when it comes to masculinity in men, it's like, okay, you're living heteronormative. You know what I'm saying? They criticize somewhat masculine men for being able to blend in and move through the two worlds, so to speak, just because of their masculine or maleness levels, for lack of a better term. And they, you know, a lot of gay men scream, you know, heteronormative and this, that, and the other. But I'm like, okay, when gay guys get married, why do they have heteronormative wedding ceremonies?
Because it's what they know, man.
No, I got that, but to me it just seems wrong.
It doesn't seem wrong to me, man. It's what they know, it's what they see, it's what they emulate. So because they emulate that, man, you know, with the, you know, let's get the family together and let's get some rings and let's do, I mean, marriage is marriage for anybody. I mean, there was a time when, I mean, our people, man, they jumped over brooms and shit. I mean,
Right.
you know, they you do what you do and you emulate what you emulate based on what you see.
Yeah.
So a marriage for a male and a female, when you're a child, looking in on this wedding or whatever, man, I mean, you see this uniting of them two. I mean, you're going to grow up to think the same thing, you know, since I'm Christian and I'm whatever it is I am or whatever, you know, I'm going to, you know, make my union the same way theirs is. Personally, I wouldn't have a, I wouldn't have a ceremony like that.
Nah.
I mean, I'd have myself, some close friends. Yes, we'd have rings, but there'll be something else also. You know, it'll be something else to signify.
Right. Yeah, I'm just not down with that. I mean, you already know. We talked about this before. I'm just not down with that on no level. You know, I don't mind. You know, for me, and I've said this before. You know it. When when I decided that, okay, this person is now going to be my partner, from that point to me, lacking a ceremony, lacking a marriage certificate, to me, all that was irrelevant. You were mine right then and there. I don't need a ceremony.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't need
You're already
papers.
married.
Yeah, I don't need no papers, rings, ceremony. I need nothing, because at that moment, I was good to go. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't need nothing else. Now, I will say, I do want to get married simply for the financial aspect of it. When I say do want to get married simply for the meaning that there are things that we're missing out on as a partnership when it comes to finances that heterosexual couples benefiting from. So we losing out on money. Yeah, so so I definitely want to get married for that reason. But as far as a quote unquote marriage, I'm good. You know, you're mine. You know, we good. I'm fine. Yeah. And I don't even need a ring. I don't even like wearing jewelry like that. You know what I'm saying? I barely even put fucking lotion on my hand. So I'm good. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, my hair's rough like a motherfucker. So I don't even like putting, I'm good. Fuck a ring. I don't even really need that. But I hear you, though. I got you.
Yeah. Me, I don't, that significance, man, it's just great to me. It's just something I can look down on, when we're apart from each other and all that good stuff. So
yeah. So this it was funny somebody asked us this next question, because it was something that was in my mind when we were dating. And the question is, how can you tell when it's time to take things to the next level? Not dating or sexual wise, but meaning taking trips together, moving in with each other, owning a business together, things of that nature.
That's all personal, man. That's all how you feel about that person. If this person walks in the room where you are and your heart gets to fluttering and your dick stands at attention, then it's time to take a trip with this motherfucker.
No. You a
hey, it is what it is, man. Hey, look, I'm not talking about after damn 2 weeks or after 2 months or something like that. I'm not talking about the infatuation phase, but if after a couple of months, 6 months, 8 months, 9 months or whatever, and y'all dating or whatever you're doing, and this motherfucker can still walk in the room and you be like, damn, man.
So that means okay, it's time for us to get a cruise. That's what that means to you?
That means to me, it ain't time for us to get a cruise, man. But let's take a trip. Let's see how we travel together. Let's see how we do things together when we're away from here. When we're away from our surrounding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
you saying whatever, but you was the first one to jump up and say, "Yo, let's take a trip."
But yeah, hold on. Well, this is the thing. Why though? Because this is okay. Maybe I'm reading too much into the question and thinking too deeply about it. Because I'm looking at it from a standpoint: if we go out of town and something goes wrong or goes awry, can I count on this person to be there to do the right thing if I'm not able to do it myself?
You can't sit. That's not something that you can sit up there and think about because you don't know the answer to that yet.
Yeah. But that's the thing though. If I'm dating it or courting or whatever term you want, I'm old fashioned country like a motherfucker. Some damn who the fuck says courting? Anyway, if I'm dating or courting you, I'm getting to know you who you are. And in the process of me getting to know who you are, I'm trying to make those certain type of what if scenario determinations because those are important for life. When you're dealing with somebody, you're trying to get to know
them.
But
if you're just seeing somebody, man, you're just seeing somebody for the last 6 months or something like that. It's not about life yet. It's still about trying to get to know somebody.
But no. Yeah, you're right. It is about trying to get to know somebody. But let me use a more realistic example for you. Do you remember a conversation that we was having about one of your homeboys? And they went out of town with somebody, and it was like, what the fuck did I do this for? And it was like, this was like one of the worst experiences I've ever had. You know what I'm saying? And they hadn't been dating that long.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like you trying to get why. Well, don't jump the gun and say, okay, well, I need a break. They need a break. Let's just go. So no, you don't even know this motherfucker yet.
Okay, I don't think they jumped the gun. I think they did exactly what they needed to do.
Gotcha.
Fine. Y'all have a good time while y'all in familiar spaces. Now that you two are traveling together and not in such familiar spaces, you all have already come to the realization that you don't like traveling with each other.
Right.
So that's fine. So that's going to be another basis on your relationship.
I got you.
About whether you can, whether you two can be together, whether you two can tie the knot, whether you two should just remain friends. Maybe you should take your car next time and I'll take my car, or whatever.
Shut the fuck up. Moving on to the next day. Shut the fuck. Anyway,
wow.
Next question.
This is how I'm abused all the time, y'all. This is. Keith Williams, this is how he talked to me all the time.
You ain't seen motherfucking abuse, goddamn. You wait till this damn podcast over. I'm gonna show you motherfucking abuse. Anyway, next question. It says, what is your relationship like with your parents now that you both have been together for almost 5 years? Hold up for a second. How the fuck long have we been together? Is it
been
5 years?
It's been 5. It's okay. We coming up on 5. It's February now. February 9th is actually the day that I met you.
I don't remember none of that.
Okay, I do. Remember,
I don't remember.
I was getting ready to head out of town.
Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, so this year would technically be the 5th year.
Yeah, this will be the 5th. But I mean, we ain't gonna celebrate our.
We're coming up on the 5th year. Okay, I got it. I'm like,
we're in the 5th year, dog.
Yeah. I got you. Because I'm thinking it was about to be 6, but it's all good. Yeah, so 5 years. But anyway,
that will be today.
Anyway, back to the question. What was your relationship? Now that you're in a relationship, what do your parents have to say?
You answer that question first.
Yeah, my mom's good. She knows you. She's met you. We've hung out together. We've partied together. Everything's good on my end.
Yeah, my mama don't like him. She don't like his mama.
Yeah.
She don't. My mama's cool. My mama. I mean, my mama loves him. Everything. I mean, honestly, he can't do no wrong as of right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still got we all still got a long ways to go. We're tying things together, whatever. But I think for the most part, both of our parents love us, man.
Yeah. So we are good. I mean, your mom's did have a little issue that time when I mailed her some razors so she could shave. But other than that, we get along, fine. I think.
But you keep using this damn. You keep on here. You keep with that bullshit.
What bullshit? You act like I said your mom's. You act like I said your mom's look like the Bigfoot in the damn beef jerky commercial. I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
No one said that. I mean, just calm down. I mean, give me a break. Anyway, next question. What is?
Oh, it's coming, right?
I know you're gonna get me back.
All right, that's all right. Go ahead.
I know you get me back. Next question is, what is something that you both do in order to maintain a strong bond or strong relationship or whatever? We do a lot of shit together, man.
Yeah.
Oh God, we do travel a lot. I mean, when you think about it, and I had to call you out about this one time. You was like, sometimes we don't do enough, and I put some things on paper for you. I'm like, motherfucker, yes, the fuck we do. And it's like, whoa, we do travel a lot.
I mean, I have to say this, okay? Your work schedule and my work schedule are very different.
Yeah.
So I may have a tendency at times to say, all right, I got a little bit more free time, dude. I want to do something else.
Yeah.
And you're pretty much like I used to be, like, motherfucker, I'm tired. I don't have time for that right now. But yeah, we do a whole lot. But
yeah, we do.
What we do, what I like one thing that I really like that we do is we do very simple things.
Yes.
We don't have to go and go and go. We can find one spot, motherfucking make some sandwiches in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
And sit out and watch the dolphins and watch the waves and laugh at motherfuckers walking by and have a great time just doing that. And have a brew and just have a wonderful time just watching the time go by, watching the area pass. So I mean, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And it takes a special kind of person in order to enjoy that kind of thing. Got some people that just I want to go to the beach. I need to see some niggas on the beach running and some dicks jumping and all that bullshit. I mean, I just don't think we're that kind of people, man. We just want to go and spend our time together and have a great time.
Absolutely. But let me just say, though, it's nothing wrong. If somebody wants to go and look at that, it's nothing wrong. But I think the problem that you and I have encountered in the past is that when we have offered invitations to other people, they say, well, I don't want to do what you guys are doing because it's not exciting or it's not enough nightlife. It's not enough.
It ain't enough niggas.
Yeah.
Let's be real. That's
But I was gonna say the term that they use is ain't no. What the fuck y'all gonna do that for? Ain't no boys there. And my thing was like, yo, first of all, you're in a relationship. Why are you concerned about going and look and find boys? Give me a break. What are you talking about? So so for us, man, we literally be in our own world at times. Yeah. I mean, we literally just are, for the most part, wrapped up in each other.
Yeah. And honestly, man, the truth is, that for me is the best. It is, when we have our time to spend our time together, it's the best when we could just ride and look and shop and not be pressed. Yeah. And then we get to our destination and we don't have to do no whole lot of frolicking and serving a whole lot of other motherfuckers and just doing our thing. Because we pretty boring motherfuckers. I mean, both of us.
Sometimes,
I mean,
not all the. No, I don't know about all that.
Well, I think I am, man. For the most part, I think I'm a pretty boring dude. I like to do boring shit. I mean, not boring shit, but I like to do shit that other motherfuckers just don't get into, man.
Yeah.
And,
I hear what you're saying. Well, let me. I was going to saving this question, but let me jump ahead because it made me think about some stuff. Somebody asked the question, "What do you do when an argument arises, or how do you deal with arguments?" And we have gotten in some hardcore arguments when we have been traveling. We've gotten in some pretty tough arguments when we've actually been on vacation.
Our first trip together out of the country, we had one of the,
shit right there. Ooh.
Yeah, you showed your ass.
No, motherfucker, that was you.
Oh, you showed your ass.
You was going, what you told me, motherfucker? I'm gonna throw you over this goddamn balcony.
Oh, you damn right.
Motherfucker, whatever. So, but the question was, I mean, that was
to toss your ass into the abyss.
Anyway, so that was over, well over some years ago, and since then, I think it's a testament that both of us have received therapy. We have had counseling to help deal with anger and other issues that have.
Because we both definitely had. Have anger issues.
Yes.
Something that you couldn't have told me before, but I got anger issues.
Yeah, so we both can be very aggressive. We both can be very dominant, alpha male. We both have those personalities, but the difference is though now, man, is like when some shit come up, even though it's there, it's in your face, it's now raw, it quickly subsides.
Yeah,
it's very quick for one of the other persons, either you or I, to give in and say I'm sorry and I love you. It's much more quicker now, and I think that has to do with communication, being able to understand, being able to talk through stuff as difficult as it was at times. Stop, take a breath. Go to your corner, I go to my corner. Sometimes we may come back and fight in the middle, then we have to break up again, so to speak. But over time, through communication, constant communication, understanding, talking, we've gotten tremendously better, dude.
It's not just that for me, man.
Yeah.
To me, it's also the fact that I have to go through this thing myself, to where I have to realize that my partner doesn't mean me any ill will.
Yes. That's some shit you said to me one day, boy.
Yeah. I had to say that my partner doesn't mean me any ill will, and when I realize that you don't mean me any ill will, I'm stuttering and shit now.
Yeah,
my ass in there sucking on this Jack and Coke.
Yeah, it's okay.
But when I realize that you don't mean me any ill will, it's easy for me to calm down and say, okay, let me chill out, because this person has every right to say or spew or feel or whatever it is that they're feeling, because hell, he has a pair of nuts just like I do.
Right.
So you have to let another person be free to express themselves, just like you want to be free to express yourself.
Right.
If you feel like you gotta hover over some damn body and emasculate them and tell them they can't do this, especially if it's a dude, eventually that motherfucker, if he's a strong man, gonna break out and
whoop your ass.
Well, man, motherfucking chaos gonna ensue, and it's gonna be all kind of bullshit.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So I feel you on that, man. In the midst of, and that's one thing, just to drive home what you said to me, and I end up saying it back to you one day. Is that,
I'm not your adversary,
dude. I'm not your adversary, and I'm like, well, it took a while, but you looking out for me. You're my partner, so you looking out for me, and I got to remember that this is ride or die. This is my man.
And it's not about fighting. It's not about fighting all the time. Sometimes it's about I don't mind you getting out what you need to get out,
right.
But don't stop me from getting out what I need to get out also.
Right. Yeah. So I feel you on that, man. Next question is, if you're thinking about getting into the relationship, how important is it to have somebody who's just as busy or has a hectic schedule as you do? What do you think about that?
I don't know, because I've had some people in my life whose schedules haven't been as crazy as mine, and I've had some people in my life whose schedules have been way more crazier than mine.
Right.
And you know what I'm talking about. So I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with the schedule per se. I just think it has everything to do with the mindset and the the mindset and the maturity level.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I can really add anything to that question. I don't know how to, because everything is different for everybody.
Everything is
different. So I don't know. I know it can say, well, how do you deal with it? I mean, I had issues when we first got together because you would be off during the week and I'm only off on the weekend. And it's like sometimes you were working on the weekend. It's like, what the fuck, we can't see each other. But I'm like, okay, yes, it was annoying. Yes.
Oh, you was mean as a motherfucker to me too.
Here we go, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So yes, it's annoying. Yes, it can be like, damn, I want to see this motherfucker and whatever. Yes, it can be all of that type of stuff. But it was like, you got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I won't go nowhere. So whatever, let me play some Halo 3 and keep it moving and take my ass to the gym or something. You know what I mean?
You have to learn how to deal with it. You have to try in some way to, if you've already decided that this is the person that you're going to be flowing with for a matter of time or something like that, you're going to have to just find another way to fulfill your time. To find you something to do, motherfucker. Go play Chinese checkers or Simon or some bullshit. Fucking go play Uno or something. You know what I'm saying? Do something with your time, to keep you busy.
Absolutely. I mean, come on. You're an adult. Find something to occupy your time. Pick up a hobby. Do something that's gonna bring you joy and fulfill your empty space until your man is around. Yep. Come on, keep it moving. I don't want to overthink this one. To me, I don't want to overthink it. So whatever. Moving on to the next one. It is, what is your biggest challenge being in a relationship?
My biggest challenge. I don't think I have any challenges.
Like what is?
I don't think I have any challenges. Okay, wait a minute. You got to break that down a little bit more.
I'm just telling you. I can't break it down. I'm just telling you.
I know. I mean, what does that mean to you? That's what I'm asking.
I mean, to me, the challenges would be the stuff. This is what I'm thinking, because I can only assume, and I hate doing this, but I don't have anything else to go on.
Yeah.
I'm thinking people are thinking of the challenges, quote unquote, normal relationship challenge, the infidelity, the arguing, money concerns, and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm saying, okay, I'm related to us, we have had those challenges, but I think the way you address those challenges is through very open, very honest communication. Doesn't mean it's gonna be nice and pretty all the time.
Right. Matter of fact, it's better when it's not. It's better when it's. Look, if you try to be nice and pretty with it and you hold some shit back, the shit's gonna fuck around and come around again next week.
Yeah.
So
real, right?
I ain't saying being nice. I'm not saying be nasty with it.
Yeah.
But get off your chest what you need to get off your chest.
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't say it in a condescending kind of manner. Say it in a way that your partner understands, and that your partner understands that you get it, and that your partner understands that you're trying to be helpful with whatever's going on.
Yeah, well, I wish you would have had that thought pattern when I was trying to do that with your funky ass. You makes my ass sick. You want to get on the podcast and try to tell you what you need to do is to be a pig. Shut the fuck up, bastard. Can't stand you. You wait till this podcast over. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
This is exactly how I'm treated all the time. It's exactly how I'm treated. Take note. Hey, take note. Don't get in a relationship with a motherfucker named Aki. Trust me.
Oh Lord, nah. But all jokes aside, though, for real, you do have to. I mean, we've been pushing communication. For the most part, both of us are literally open books to each other. It may take some.
We try to be that way. We try to be open books to one another. Of course, it takes time.
Yep.
And another thing that's we say it all the time. That's very important in being in a relationship with another cat. You cannot be a damn controlling figure in your boy's life.
No.
You gotta let your boy be your boy. If that motherfucker likes to go play football on Sunday, you gotta let his ass go play football on Sunday. If he wants to, he still has to be free to be his own man.
Yes.
If you try to sit back and say, no, I don't want you going playing football this week or next week because I want to go to knitting class or some bullshit.
Really?
Like
really?
that.
Knitting class? Really?
Hey, shit, you go to knitting class. What the fuck you want me to say?
Shut the hell up.
So,
well, I think the takeaway though, you allow someone to be themselves. Just because
allow a man to be his own man, just as you want to be your own man. You
Absolutely.
have to allow. You can't come in somebody else's life and spin a 360 unless they're going to allow you to do that. If they're willing to say, okay, I'm gonna open myself up to some of the things that you like, then that's fine. But don't try to force them to do that.
Yeah. So we both have our own lives. We have our own interests. We have our own space. We have our own shit that we like and we do.
All the above.
Yeah, because we're two individual men in a relationship. Doesn't mean all of a sudden now we're in a relationship. Who we were goes away. Nah, that's what you bring into the relationship. That's what attracted us in the first damn place. Come on, man.
You don't lose all your friends. You don't lose all your people. You don't let all this stuff go because you're now in a relationship. There's still some people that you're gonna need and rely on later, for information, for help when you're going through drama in your relationship.
Right. When
you're going through drama in life, there's still other people that you're gonna still need. So you don't drop everybody that you have simply because you're not in a relationship. Now, for a little while, we have a tendency to do that because shit gets spacey and you're all in love and motherfucking sparkles and motherfucking starbursts and all the rest of this other bullshit going on. But get a grip on yourself after all that shit wears off and you realize where you are and let your friends know that they're still your friends.
Right. Yeah. So I completely agree with that. You gotta let a man be a man. You know what I'm saying? Get you
first.
For real. Cool. Next question is oh wow, here we go with this bullshit. Okay. Let me not say that because it's gonna open up so many worms and it's gonna be like, Okay, so here's a question. You guys don't live together. And my idea of a partnership always includes living together. Without going too deep into the reasons why you don't, what's the deal with this?
All right, let me put it like this.
Oh Lord,
let me answer this question, and I'll answer this question for me.
Right.
And I won't get personal with it or anything else.
You can kind of.
I don't want to. I don't want to get personal.
Okay, just go ahead.
Okay, me. I love my own space. I do. I love my own space. A lot of people may not feel that way. A lot of people may want to share their space with somebody 24 hours a day. Me, I don't. I don't because I need some peace at times. I do. And let me tell you something. This motherfucker here, this goddamn Augie Williams, this motherfucker here, let me tell you. Aki will get on your nerves sometime. I don't mean this in a bad way, but when he's in his little lovey-dovey mood and wants to be bullshitting around and acting a damn fool, you don't have any time to yourself. This motherfucker will chase you around the house.
God,
he will occupy all your damn time, and I mean that's
so whack.
But I'm being serious.
No, whatever, dude.
Okay,
no.
Honestly, hold on. Let me bring it home. Okay. I like my space. I do.
Yeah.
I love my space. I love my solitude, and I think you do too.
This is the thing, though. This is the thing, and we can live together. There's no doubt in my mind we can. You have baggage from your past relationships which prevents you from living with what's
I don't think it's baggage. I think it's me.
Yeah,
it's not baggage from a past. This is from a past relationship.
Man, please. Everybody likes their space. Everybody likes their solitude. Yeah. However, but if well, I don't feel like talking about this shit because it's not.
Let me say this. I'm a very, very neat.
Yeah, but I got that.
Let me finish this. I'm a very, very neat person.
Right,
okay?
You're neat freak.
Very neat. I'm an extreme neat freak.
Right.
Okay. My friends call me anal. I don't think I'm anal. I just think that everything has its place.
It does, and you are anal.
And I can't function in chaos.
Yeah, and I agree. I'm not gonna disagree with that.
Okay, I cannot function in chaos. It causes me stress. It causes me despair. It causes me, and when I can't scream or act out the way I want to act out because I'm worried about hurting somebody's feelings or because I'm worried about turning shit the wrong way, it has an effect on me.
Well, let me ask because this is now 2 days now with this damn question about living together. So let me explain it to explain. Not I don't even want to get into my position, but me explaining things and I think in a broader scale will somewhat explain my position. There's nothing wrong with living with somebody. Nothing wrong with that. And one person be a neat freak, the other person be dirty. Again, the whole thing with communication. You have to adjust and have some type of common ground here. If a person does certain things and is a neat freak, you're sharing a space, do the right thing, clean up behind yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's respect.
That's always. Go ahead.
I think it's respectful. I think it's what you do. Okay. That being said, two things. I think as men, I think men have their own space. And because men have their own space, they're very protective of that territory that they have. You know, we go around, we piss on the corners and mark our territory, so to speak, to say, hey, this is our space. The bad thing about that is, and this is true for all relationships, a man should never move in with a woman, and a woman should never move in with a man. If you both have your own space, you need to get rid of that space. When I say get rid of, you move out of your own spaces and you move together in a space. That's what you're supposed to do because you come together on equal terms and on equal footing. Right now for us, let's be real, neither one of us is willing right now to give up our own space.
Nope.
Right. Right. You feel like you've worked too hard to obtain your space, so on and so forth. I get that.
Okay, continue. Because it's not just that. It's like when...
I mean, there's other stuff too, but yeah. I do foresee us, just my opinion, and I'm sure it's going to happen, and you can disagree all you want to, but I do foresee us living together in the future and in a common space, because that's the right thing to do to make sure all things are even and equal. That's what you're supposed to do, and that's being rational, and that's being logical.
I'm not rational, and I'm not logical.
You know what? Okay, you keep up, all right? You keep on. But I mean,
one day it will happen. Right. One day it will happen, I'm sure. But it's going to be very difficult for me to get to that point.
But I don't think it will be, because I think before that time comes, different things will be set in motion and different things will have manifested. Whereas I say, okay, this is not as big as a deal as I thought. That's why I
don't think so.
I mean, that's just why I personally believe. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, again, this is going back to the whole letting a man be a man thing. And I'm open, logical enough to that to say, you know what? If my relationship hinders on me living with somebody, then maybe I don't need to be in a relationship. Because it ain't that big of a deal to me, to be quite honest with you. It is, but it isn't. I'm looking at it. What makes it a big deal for me is finances. You know, I'm a stingy, penny pinching, financial. So that's what always really, really, really drives me with this conversation is money. I'm thinking we could both be saving so much money because I'm not thinking about right now and next week. I'm thinking about us 10 years from now and how our finances could look 10 years from now, because it's about us. So that's why it's such a big deal for me on that level. You feel what I'm saying?
I mean, I hear that, but me, I'm like, if I don't have my personal space to be my own personal person and to be able to breathe, regardless of how much money I save or spend, I'm not going to be able to be I'm not going to be able to be my personal best, man. I just
You just don't want me to see you walk around the house in them damn skirts and pumps you be wearing. That's what this shit is.
Yeah, I mean, not just that. I mean, you know, because you got half of them at my house that you stupid.
But I do.
But you know how I am, man. I can be a little tight sometimes. Yeah. And I just feel like this. I've gone through situations before where I worked very hard, and then I had to come home and clean up all the time. Yeah. And that just, it doesn't set well with me. It does not set well with me cleaning up after another person when I'm busting my ass all day. Right. Not saying you ain't busting your ass too, but I mean,
honestly, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so to me, that's not fair for that person. In this case, you to have to do that. So I get it.
Yeah,
so. Yeah, I do get that. As much bullshit as we talk, I do understand that. So, all right, motherfucker. Next question is, when did you two hold on. Is there a line when dating ends and a partnership begins? What's the difference, and how did you find it or reclassify that with you two? I think you just know. I think you know.
You go.
Yeah. Well, for me and you, we dated for a minute, and again, something I said earlier. A man will do the right thing for the right person, and is willing to do the right thing for the right person. I had already made up in my mind. Like for me, I am getting older. Let me back up. When you're dating, to me, everyone's different. So you have some people that can date more than one person at one time, and you have some people that can only date one person at a time. I don't think there's anything wrong with either scenario. It depends on the person. Dating does not equal a relationship. When you're dating to see which person is going to be the best person for you to possibly.
Or you're just dating to have fun.
Yeah, right. So nothing's wrong with nothing here. Everything's good. However, for me, I was dating for a purpose. I was dating to try to find somebody to have a relationship with. And no, a relationship was not needed for me, and so on and so forth. And I was, I need me a man. Nah, please. You know, I'm good. I love my solitude and space. I'm good by myself. I love me, and I love being by myself and love my solitude. So that wasn't needed.
Now he'll say that bullshit to y'all, but he was at my damn window and at my damn door all the time with fucking balloons saying, "Just I need me a man."
You know what, dude?
Go ahead, motherfucker.
With balloons, dude.
Balloons and motherfucking cards and motherfucking flowers and shit.
Anyway. But you know, so I was like, yo, you know, I'm ready to start dating, and I'm dating for a relationship, not this casual dating. I'm dating for the purpose of a relationship. So once I found somebody that I thought was relationship worthy of being dating and possible relationship material, I said, okay, good. We on the right road, on the right path here. And then from that point, during the dating process, okay, this person meets well over 90-95% of the things I'm looking for in a partner. Hell, you know, let me keep on dating. And then when it gets to the point where, hey, okay, if this person is of like mind, let's go ahead and lock this down. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like, on Thursday, I'm dating, and then Friday's come around, I need to go ahead and make this a relationship. No, it wasn't like that. It was some time. You go through the process, you know, let some time pass, and then you take that next step. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we were. You know what? Let me ask it. I'm gonna let you. Well, let me let you answer this question first, because I got a question to ask you. Go ahead.
No, you. I just. All I can say is the same thing you say. You just know.
I got you.
Because it's not like we sit back and say, yo, man, let's lock this down or anything. We just kept seeing each other. Wait a minute. Or did you say that?
But see, that's what I was about to start asking you. But go ahead. No. Go ahead and answer your question in the general. Then we can get maybe specific about us.
I just felt like I knew. I felt like after we came back off from our first trip.
Okay. Then you answered my question. Now go ahead.
I think after we came back off of our first trip together, because it was, man. I mean, in a word, it was magical for me.
Okay.
You know, like I said,
right.
I heard you hear that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Oh man, we gonna go somewhere together and we gonna do this and we gonna do that and all. You know what I'm saying? And you're working and you're doing all this shit that you're doing, and then you finally get an opportunity to take a break, and then the shit doesn't ever come to fruition. So, well, you actually said it. You put it together. We did it, and
the vacation, not the relationship. Yeah.
The vacation, and it was honestly, it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
It was through the rain, through everything that we experienced when we went on vacation. The flight was great. The getting to the airport was great. The laughing all of that stuff, man, was just being able to really spend time with each other. That was not interrupted by anything.
Yeah.
We turned our damn phones off.
Yep.
You know, and to really be able to just spend that time and sit out on the beach and laugh and joke and just have a great time the way we did. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Now, we'll stress, though, just for people listening so they won't be confused, this first vacation was not the vacation that we took out of the country where we had the first big argument. So it was not the same thing, just so everybody's, you know, keeping up here, not to confuse anybody. But you someone answer my question, though. Okay, well, let me ask one of my questions here. Do you think we was or was not in a relationship when we first took that first trip together? Were we in a relationship or were we not in a relationship?
Well, you said we weren't, man. But, you know, like I said, as far as I was concerned, I wasn't seeing nobody else. I wasn't doing shit with nobody else. We were already in a relationship. As far as I didn't hold you to that same whatever it was, because there were no words that were said.
Right.
We didn't speak about this, you know. All I knew was I was seeing you, and whenever I wanted to see you, you made yourself available for me.
Right.
And we were taking a trip together, so everything was fine.
Okay. Two things with that one, because it's really opening up the can of worms that I wanted to open up. Okay. First thing is, I was available. You know, when there was a phone call made, I call back if I couldn't talk to you right in and there. When there's a text sent, I reply to your text. When you know, have free time to somewhat try to be available for us to do our things, I try to make myself available. So it wasn't no guessing work. But this is what people are going to ask, I think, and this is something that I think is important, because what you just said was it wasn't something that we necessarily talked about. Like, okay, well, you know, again, dating ends on Thursday, relationship starts on Friday. We didn't really ever discuss it or talk about it. However, we were available, open, and talking and communicating during the whole thing, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe there wasn't a full need for us to have that type of conversation, because it was somewhat a flow, and the intuitions and everything else was somewhat lining up to maybe it wasn't needed. You feel what I'm saying?
That's pretty much what it is in the first place, man.
Yeah.
It's a flow, there's a feeling, there's intuition, there's butterflies, there's the way this person makes. It's all of those things that come together to make you say, I'm going to do this, or I'm in this, or I'm not.
But this is the thing, though. This is the problem with, not a problem with us. This may be a problem or confusion to people listening, because Nick Dale Macy wrote something about guys dating and not letting the other guy, not letting each other know what their intentions are. And that happens a lot. You have guys that are dating somebody else, not because they want to be in a relationship with them, but because they just use them as fillers or until something else they think better comes along. And the guy that's, on the receiving end of that doesn't know. They may think, hey, this is leading to something else. I really like this guy, blah, 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 blah. But other guys like, motherfucker, please, when something else comes along, I'm going to drop you. So listening to us somewhat contradicts that. One of Nick Dale Macy's points was like, men need to tell you what their true intentions are, so that allow the other person to make the decision if they want to deal with it or not. You feel what I'm saying?
I hear you, man. I think so many brothers are so afraid of being, even though you push your chest out and all the rest of this other bullshit that you have a tendency to do. Some guys are so afraid of being hurt and let down. So they just don't say anything.
Right.
Man, this may go the wrong way, so I'm not gonna say nothing about it.
6 months in the past, you say we still just kicking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to open your mouth, and you have to. I mean, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, if you're gonna get involved with somebody, you also have to be willing to be hurt.
Right.
You got to be willing to be vulnerable. You got to be willing to be hurt. You got to be willing to be happy. You got to be willing to go through a whole damn key of emotions if you're going to damn try to hook up with somebody.
Right.
Because unfortunately, shit don't always work out.
Yeah, it doesn't, man. But that's life. Life, sometimes doesn't work out for the better. But I still feel like you always have an opportunity to learn and grow for whatever situations that may come your way, and that's relationships are included in that.
Yeah. All the above, man. Because just as soon as we get off the phone, I'm dropping Aki like a motherfucking hot potato.
You know what? You go to hell. I wonder if anybody's listening to this. Has anybody keeping count on how many times we said the word motherfucker? You think? Because we said that shit plenty of times with this podcast.
I think that's our term, man.
That's our word. That's our word for the week, motherfucker.
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 MUTHAFUKKA. Motherfucker.
You stupid, dude. Well, yeah, this has been good, man. This has been a cool little podcast. Any you got any questions for me? Like, remember Seal in The Color Purple? Anything come for me? You got any questions for me, dude?
Could be. No, I don't have any questions.
I didn't think.
No, I don't. I think we're pretty good, man.
Yeah, we good, man.
I think we're pretty good. By the way, great weekend this weekend.
Yeah, we did have a good weekend, man.
Had a fantastic time with you. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah, so. So just putting this shit out there. We're damn near 99.98% open books to each other. I mean, we talk about everything. There are no secrets. We're open books. We talk about everything. There are no secrets. We're just a free flowing tide, if you will. A line of communication is always open between us. So I think
definitely try to do that.
Yeah, man. So I think maybe that's, even though we have had our problems and have our problems and going to have more problems.
There you go. And we'll continue to have them.
But it's still.
But they're nowhere near. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we just work through shit.
We know each other now. We know each other's energies. We know each other. I mean, we know what you don't like, what you do like, what rubs you the wrong way. Yeah. Shit that gets up under your skin, all of that, man. You have to know all of that if you're gonna know the damn person that you're dealing with. So yeah. So it's cool. I think we got a real nice relationship going on right now, and it definitely brings me joy and happiness. I've said it to you. I don't need a baker.
Whatever. I've said it to you plenty of times. No hesitation. Yep. You're all the man that I ever need, dude.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Right back at you, boy. I appreciate it.
Yeah, all the man you meet, fulfill all my wants and needs, and I'm good. I'm like, call it content. You can say you're born or whatever you want to. I'm just as happy and content and in love and in lust as I can be. I'm fine with it. I'm good.
He was dancing around the house earlier with a hula skirt on.
With a hula skirt.
With a hula skirt.
So basically trying to call me what, Josephine Baker or some shit.
It is what it is, you know.
What the fuck?
Yep.
But anyway, it's been a good podcast, baby. I appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
We're gonna try to get this up as soon as possible. We definitely want to welcome any type of feedback or any future questions or concerns you may have. Speaking to the audience, about this podcast, about the website, or anything. Nick Dale Macy and myself are always open for feedback and open discussion and dialogue. So until next time, this is your man Octavius Williams along with Prince D. We're going to sign off from the Cypher Avenue podcast. Definitely check us out at cypheravenue.com and also check out our live activity stream. You can definitely hit us up on Twitter. You can also hit us up on Facebook. You can hit me up in my personal email, which is ockywilliams@gmail.com. And you can also send me the direct message on the website too. So we have multiple ways to get in contact with myself and also Nick Dale Macy, on Cypher Avenue. So until next time, you out, Prince D?
Yeah, I'm about out. Your mama coming down the street too.
Oh wow. I mean, is that all? That's the best you can do? You got a joke?
You should see the shoes she wearing. That's all I'm saying.
What her shoes look like?
It look like wheels.
That shoes look like wheels, dude.
Shit. Big ass shoes, big ass wheels.
Yo, and let me tell you something else before we sign out. What's funny about this? As we say a joke about each other's mothers, Prince D and my mother go at it with the jokes. Yo, my mom and this dude had jokes for each other for days. You know what I'm saying? This is to give you an idea about their relationship. So it's absolutely hilarious how they be.
He got the most beautiful mother in the world. She's an absolute joy.
Yeah,
No doubt.
so, we appreciate that. And your mother, she's nice too. So we'll go ahead.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh God. Hey, signing off from Cypher Avenue. Until next time, peace. I love you, baby.
Hey, peace. I love you too. Back at you.
All right, bye.
Later.
Suede Tim's on my beats makes my cipher complete. In the cipher with my boys.
Complete the cipher or make ends meet.
This few writer in my cipher.
I bum rush your set and crush your whole cipher.
Know your gun skills. Homing to the cipher and build.
Dealing in my cipher, I revolve around science.
We be listening to beats to keep the cipher complete.
And everybody on the avenue, I know when they see you say